Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Sorry we're late getting started today. Let's get to our stream. Alright, we are back doing some more Factorios. You know what? This isn't probably gonna work. I just placed those to think about them last time. So, what are we at? We have been working on yellow science plans today. Although I did have a look, and we got some pretty unbalanced stuff here. This is obviously, I don't know what my brain was thinking here. This is like totally not, even if this one was fed enough, it probably wouldn't be enough material. So we're gonna change this process up entirely. And let's see how we can make this work. We're gonna fix the purple. Right now we're producing almost none. Very, very slow. We have all this stone here. Let's go ahead and smelt in here. Oh, that's, hold on, that's awkward. We'll put a line there. Oh, and that doesn't connect this stuff. It will later, but I guess, I don't know. We'll get it connected in a moment. Up here, we have, hey, we have power here. We can do that. We can link that way. How you doing tonight, James? Welcome back. I'd like the stone. Ideally, I'd like the stone to output, the brick to output to the right. Let's go like this. And put some, not those, I need smelters. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. 10 of them. 10 of them sounds like a perfect number. Why? Because it's a nice round number. Like that. And then what I'll do is I'll put the stone, I'll have this come in. Maybe not even there, maybe just here is fine. Like that. And we'll feed the stone here, and then it can go input output sort of thing on this. Like that. We'll get a little brick furnace operation going here. Probably would be good with regular power poles. The old power poles. Can that fit? It doesn't quite fit, huh? So we definitely do need a connector line. That's fine. So we're continuing where we left off. This is all the wrong thing right here, so that's no good. Oops. Let's clean that line out entirely. Blup, blup, blup. And the little minions that follow me everywhere are gonna clean up my backpack here. Alright, we got brick coming out here. Now, I think if we put the assemblers for the engines, or the machine parts, whatever they're called. What are we doing here? Furnaces, electric furnaces. If we do the electric furnace in here, what's the ratio again? 5 seconds for a craft, so this is slightly more than half of a craft, which is enough for what we need there. Alright, then input and input is fine, like that. Sure. That's the brick coming in. Oh, we don't have room. We could belt weave, I suppose. If I do this and this with the belt there, the input here and here, then we could use a yellow belt underground to do this. That'll work. And then a bit of yellow belt from somewhere. Go like this. Take that out of there, and we got it. Okay, good. That'll do just fine. Thank you very much. There, there, and somewhere here. And then again, we just need to power these. Like that. Now, I don't know how quick this is going to need to be. It is a 5-second timer. We'll give them some blues to put this in, because they got to add a bunch from each. What is it, 10 and 5? Yeah, they got to add 15 items on the right here. I don't know if this is even enough. 14, 16, 18, 20, done. Okay, that's fine. That is enough with just the yellows, because we have so much capacity. Okay, now we're gonna have furnaces online. I think, oh, that does meet there. I think this one is wrong. I think the other stuff might be okay. I think we have enough of these. Actually, I don't know if we got enough of these. We needed 30, and they produce... Sorry, we needed not 30, we need 15 of these. 15 rails. And we produce 4 rails a second. 4, 8, 12, 16. That's slightly more than we need. We're side loading halfway. How much do these guys take in? Every second they need 2 sticks, so this has to produce 8. And it produces 4. Oh. Well, that's no good. This build is real wrong. If I do... no, I need to do this different. If I do this, and then this can come out further and up here, that'll do, okay? And then we'll input, and you guys become... That wasn't enough rods, so... That, and then you output here and here. And we just need the power. I don't know why I'm being so inconsistent with their power, whatever. That'll be enough to keep those rails going. Okay, I think we've got the purple science properly balanced now. That's good. I did make a note that I don't have this stone connected, so I should probably do that. Are we still good on stone? Ooh, it's running out. It's quite aggressively running out, actually. Let's dump it under here and fix that problem. Where are we going to bring it in? It can come in right here. If it came in like here... like along this. Then we can go up here, over, and join, like here. I put that in, turn you in there, go in here, and say right side input only first. So priority takes off of the old line. That works. We just need to connect this thing with the production down here. We're just gonna pop a hole in there, to be honest. If anything's getting through here, we're screwed anyways. We've gone so willy-nilly on the defenses because of pushing everything back previously. This defense is better now. Looks like the pollution's doing the only active nibbling along the edges. I am concerned that our... Well, there's a patch up there, but that might actually come in at these guys. It's probably, like, the coverage is enough that it'll draw in anything that's near here, unless it actually went after the station first, but I don't think that's possible. That is empty, and those are empty. It's okay, when we have robots nearby, we can do that. That'll be probably us. Looks like these keep well stocked. So our yesterday's, whatever that was, yesterday's coal... sorry, not coal. Stone and oil crane seems to have done a good job. We are full. Let's just add more containers to that. We have enough for 4. Well, we need more iron. Oh yeah, look at the stone. It's so dwindled here. What is the actual stone deposit? Only 30,000 stone left. And we're gonna keep increasing the need for this as we build more stuff. Although, now that I think of it, we could have brought the bricks over. I was gonna change this, but we can just add in the better furnaces. I think we have about 12 there, yeah? Yeah, we got 12 there, so we'll upgrade the furnaces. Let's put a passive provider chest there. Or here, actually, would be better. Not there. Stone, please. Oh, there's like almost none here. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, you know what? My stone didn't go there. It went here. Let's say stone to infinite for the moment. Keep those. Drop them in here. Oh, my bad. Take that out. Stone. Good. Now drop you back down to whatever, 50, and 0 and 100 is fine. 0 and 50 is fine. Okay. Yeah, you're outside the network, but that's fine. And we'll eventually be inside the network. Looks like the iron is fully gone as well. Nice. Let's get our bots to do this. Why not? Get them doing some cleanup work. Nice, look at that. The waves, actually, we can do this as well. We can go like this, and we can tell them to use the brick. It'll be lovely. And then we could do this. I love just covering places in brick. It's beautiful. We have so much of it now. So easy to move around when everything's covered in brick. Since our dudes have almost nothing to do, you might as well give them some extra work. Just rough painting everything. There you go. Ha! Apparently I missed those. Alright, we should put those new tanks in. I built some? Did I build some? I built 9. That's probably not a reasonable number. More iron, please. Oh, look. You have iron. Oh, that's right. These train tracks are still here, providing us with the trains for the system, but we don't genuinely... I'll put more. We don't genuinely have a source of materials here. This is just like a pocket of steel and a pocket of iron. Alright, whatever. Alright, let's expand this. Like, we could probably double this right up. Do that. There. Let's just copy it. Boom. There you go. Double it up. Oh, and my bots aren't on. There you go, bots. Solve the problem. Lovely. All right. We've upped our oil capacity, doubled our oil capacity to, what is that? Each of those, 4 of these is 100,000. 2, 4, 6, 800,000 oil we can now stock. Oh boy. Research that, oh hey, steel plate efficiency or productivity. Huh. 10% bonus to steel plate productivity? That's new to me. How many bugs do we got, or bots do we got in here? How many bots? 937. Good gracious, lad. That's enough. That's enough materials. You guys probably have buckets of those things sitting around. Crazy. Wait, you had pipes in there? Oh no, you must have grabbed it from up top. Alright, so the furnace is keeping up. All the shenanigans, and we give ourselves some time. Yes. Looks like the rails might be now. Yeah, the rails should be keeping up now. Good. That's not ideal. I want that differently. I want this to go... Ooh, nope, that's not gonna work. How do I get it to feed the other side without just scooting around? No, that doesn't work. There's not enough room in there to do that. If I do this, it's still going to feed on that side, and it's only going to send half the stuff. Oh, I could output priority left. There we go. It forces it all to the left. That works. Because this first set was like putting one on this side and one on this side, so it was only switching half of this to the opposite side. This does better. That balances it better. Still, are we running low? Are we running out of these? No, it looks like they're holding up. Alright, those look like they're doing okay. Now, off to the next category, which is... I believe these flying guys, which we need some engines for, right? Yeah, we have a lot of low-density structures. That's all set and good. And then we have fly guys in blue. Yes, sorry for the late start. We were... I was with the kids for a bit and then had to tend to something, so we didn't get there. I didn't get ready and start in time. It's unfortunate, but... Alright, give me 1 second. Rush down to get everything started. So, alright, we got the low density structures produced at a rate that suits the half a recipe of this. Fly robots, we need half a recipe of those, which I believe... Yep, this will do here. And then it needs the steel and green, which is just on a belt, and then the batteries. So we needed 1 battery per second production, and we need half an electric engine per second production. 1 battery per second, I think, is here. 4 seconds for these. Yep. That is just enough to keep that running. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have 1 extra and then to box some of that. But, yeah, maybe. I mean, we could put some in a box anyways. But, yeah, we could do that. We could do an engine box and a... Well, it'll be electric engines, right? So if I had a provider chest right here for each, and then this belt continues down here, I can do a filtered input that is going to be just these guys in the filter, right? That's only producing those. Oh yeah, you're gonna automatically do that and then get me an electric engine as the filtered item. Good. And then another chest of those. And I just want like 1 stack. So if I call for those with my logistics, they can pick it up. Sounds great. Got a half dozen or so of you in already in chat. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really do love having people along for the ride with this. So we gotta feed this the guy with just the electric engines. I'd like to put in here, but we're kind of crowded. Engines take... let's go with a little extra space here. Do my grenades damage those things? Looks like the answer is no. Alright. That actually might be more room than we need, because we're only making, what is it, half an order of these? Although we could make more. Right, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't have a surplus of both types of engines. Engines and electric engines. We need steel, gears, and pipe for those. And these need the engine directly inputted, and then it needs electric circuits. What I can do... Hold on, what I can do... Yeah, I'll use this space down here to make the gears and pipes and stuff. So let's go there. There? Yeah. You can be gears. You can be pipes. And then we'll just put some steel in here, or some iron fed into here. Insert from there, put them back onto a belt. A belt that goes up here. And is going to feed some of these guys. 1. How many is it? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I'm thinking, do we output these directly into the machine? We could do that. The downside of that is that it wouldn't leave us with a surplus of engines. Although we could just put an extra box on one of the engines. Yeah. You need green and you need lubricant. If we put half a belt of lubricant... Sorry, not a lubricant. Half a belt of green circuits. We don't put the lubricant on the belt. It's a messy thing. Engines. Steel. Yeah, we just need steel connected then. So iron's in there. Let's go ahead and make that belt happen. But why do I have no anythings? Oh, I'm in map mode. That's why. It's like nothing looks like it's connecting. That was my fault. Do that. Get that going. Okay. I don't know what the ratio is for 10 of these. How many do we need? 10. So we just need 2 pipes and 1 gear per second, which is, I'm pretty sure these do 2 gears per second, and it's 2 pipes per second. Good. So you're good. That's twice what we need. You go up to there, and then we need an input for the other half, which is just steel. How do we do this? Yeah, we'll just do the steel on this side. The easiest, we don't have to fiddle too much with trying to make things crazy crazy tight or anything. It's just, it's a fun challenge, but not really worth doing. Steel should probably have a this sort of a mess, right? This is supposed to be 2 lines of steel. Why is it not? Thought I set that up to connect those. Maybe not. It's a very one-sided belt here, this steel. Why are you not 2 belting? You have only the 1 input, but why is... Oh. Is it because the other side is drawing that line different? No. Do we have something weird going on with the inputs? Why are you why do you have more coming off this side? You guys are just flashing away on production. But these guys are very slow and stagnant. Why? Oh, because there's a bunch in there. I might have dropped those in, or they were slowed down. Maybe they were slowed down for something. Seems weird, but okay. I will go ahead and just put in a link there. You can do that, right? Does that even them out? No. That shouldn't do anything different. Okay, that's fine. I don't care to lane balance or balance those any better than that right now. Alright, so we'll have the steel in both. That was a mistake before. An oversight. We're gonna need to do a lot with circuits today because blue is gonna be the next piece that we need to put together. Blue circuits, and dang, that's gonna be a mess. The big oh, that is stealing from this line first. Oh, interesting. Huh. That takes priority off the bottom. Because when the bottom one hits there, splits some of them to there, it feeds into the... Okay. Yeah, whatever. That works. I'm not that concerned about balancing those at this stage. Let's get the steel going up here. I just want half a belt of it running up here. That's fine as well. And that means you guys can now get your inserts, your inputs. This there, and then we'll put if it's a 10-second timer on those, I don't need anything but the yellows. There, and we'll just power this. There we go. Okay. Engines get produced. Now, if we direct feed them, they'll go straight into another set of engines that then need to have just the... Oh, that was done wrong. Just the lubricant to... No, lubricant and green. Do this, put another one right beside you, except for that can become these engines instead. Oh, that's gonna be awkward. Do we need... I guess we can share gain the space on one side or the other. If we go... Why don't we do this? Hold on. Oh, really? I can't do... Okay, never mind. Can you guys maybe... What's the hotkey for this? Alt-D? Okay. Alt-D construct. I'm gonna do reds in here. Because then I can spread out the buildings just enough to let the liquids flow through there. And that as electric engines. Oh no. You hold shift and do R, which switches it counterclockwise. Rotates things counterclockwise. R rotates this way. Shift R rotates this way. So I need a pipe that's running lubricant, which I don't know where I have. I thought I had some nearby, but I think I remember having some. I had some over here, right? Where was it? Over further here. We have some over here somewhere. There it is. So we have a lubricant running for this stuff. This guy puts out how much at a time? 10 lubricant per second. How much lubricant do these guys take per second? I don't know. 15 lubricants. Yeah, that machine puts out 10 per second. We have 10 machines, so we need 15 lubricant a second. So we need a second lubricant machine in order to feed this. And I can feed it from the top or the bottom. Probably easiest to get through the bottom here. Could most likely scoot in somewhere like this to cross. Just right below this belt might be a nice choice. Can I fit this? That's awkward. Okay, we'll move it? Where? Under here. You go that far. How far can we reach here? Yep, that works. That's what we'll do. If I just double up the lubricant machine over here, that will suffice, correct? That'll do the job. I can actually do an underground to make this work. If we go like this... Oh no, that's going to be on the wrong side. I can go like this. To there. Nope. Don't do that thing. And then I want you to... Yeah, feed in like that. That's good, because that catches... The left of this belt catches on here, the right would never touch it. Strangely, I could get rid of this and just pipe it into the side, and it would do the same thing. So this could go like that, and it'll never get those pipes will never move onto the line. Convenient. You run down like that, and then instead of this, we will put a regular pipe through. And down to here. Lovely. And where do we go from there? Run it down further. The lubricant was going to come in this way. Might as well follow the same, like, connection pattern here. If we're not, that's not going to cross. We can go here. I need to connect right this side of this set. Okay. Awkward. But it'll work, I suppose. Let's just put an underground here. There you go. You go down to here. Aww. Still not connecting. Annoying. We'll go there. They're connecting there. You come all the way over to here. Which doesn't quite connect. Pipe up that. You go up here to here. Now we've got lubricant running down this way. We should probably put a tank in here somewhere. Wouldn't be a bad idea. There we go. We can fill up some lubricant there, just as a backup. Bringing it across here will get us... Any connection line is fine. It literally, basically any spot we can link that in. Bingo. I like that. Alright, now we have the lubricant and that. We just need the green circuits input and the electric engine's output. So let's actually do a yellow line this way, and we can have the output hit. Do we want it here, or do we want it to go down? We want it to come up. Probably. It's one way or the other. If we bring this line up, then we're going to use a separate set of belts for the green. If we bring green circuits in on a second belt here, then that's fine to use this. And we can switch it the other way around so we can come out the bottom. The electric engines can go south. Okay, that works. Like this. We need to bring in the circuits to finish the ingredients. Good. Do that. Now you've got the income. Oh, that's awkward. Well, let's do that differently then. Let's go up. Yeah, I don't like it. Change that. Okay. We will bring a side-loaded yellow belt up this way. Yellows can just do that, that, and that, and then we'll input the opposites there. Lovely. The output will go on the right-hand lane. The left lane can be the green circuit. Let's do that. I just need to go with the belt from the right, connect in there, and there, up. And then we'll feed this beautiful thing with the green inside belt circuit. I think that's plenty because these are a very slow build, so they only need 2 per second, which is, I think we just sent 15 a second in here. Right? Does this belt provide 15 per side per second? I think it does. So this is actually like 7.5 per second, which is almost 4 times what we need to make this work. We can go with these ones to make sure we got coverage. There, all connected. Good, and then they're going to output on the back side of this line, and all I have to do is make sure that we exit the line properly so the green does not stay. There we go. Green circuits do not follow that out. We'll go across these, please. There we go. What do you think? A decent enough build? It's probably going to be better to come like this. That's going to give us our electric engines. Good. Now that's going to be more than enough electric engines for everything. So let's make sure we put a spot in here somewhere that gives us a gathering chest of electric engines. To be honest, it can be basically anywhere. Where do I actually want this to be? I probably want it to be relatively straightforward like this. Yeah. I do that. And that, then I can have... There. Okay. Override stack. No, was there a filter here? No. I thought there was a filter system to prioritize. But no, I want this one to grab first. Oh, I have no power in the middle here. There you go. Now, it'll just mean that this machine only gets half speed until this gets its engines. Although, I think, wait a second, didn't we have... Hold on. Didn't we have engines over here in a chest? We do. No, we have electric engines, though. Hold on. Hold on, that might not have been all the engines. We didn't put a regular engine chest in. We should, right? I don't see why not. Oh man, this is an awkward way to do this. There and there. You just do one engine. Good, okay, that works. We'll do that instead of this mess here. Clean that up. Don't need those. They're evenly set. They got their stuff. They're producing at 1 a second. And the engines are like 1 to 1, so this one jumps its engine just in time for the next one to start. Because they should be exact speeds. Yeah, there's no waste there. There's a fully lean system right there. All right, I like it. Seems to be okay. Are you able to grab the parts this guy needs? Yeah, you are. Okay. Oh, do we have... Wait. How do we have more of those than these? Oh, it's one plate. That's why. Does this actually need to be changed? So if I tilt that, do this. No, it is, that's fine. That's weird. I find that very weird that they have the same output, don't they? You take 2 plates to produce gears, and you produce 2 per second, so 4 plates in and 2 out. You have 1 plate in and 2 out here per second. I mean, there's no difference. You both of these systems should work. I don't know why they did it. All right, whatever. So there's our yellow sides should be getting closer, not quite ready. You do need your inputs on the left, so we'll do that. We'll do that here. That's good. I can power all you guys. There we go. Now you got everything you need? Looks like you do. You're going to need to put out the side. You'll be on the right side. So the left side of the belt is going to need to be blue circuits. Easy peasy, he says. No problem. We can put out blue circuits on the belt. That's not going to take like 100 different steps to get there. What, are you in no power? You're not powered? I didn't muster that one. Oh no, I see. Well, that's annoying. There you go. Be powered. Work and stuff. I don't need this extra one for electric engines then. So do that thing and do this thing. Oh, that's a lot. Unnecessary overkill. I do not need these electric engines though, so do put those away. Put these away. Alright, so the next step then is just to make blue circuits and bring them online. That is a cool sound effect. I like that one. Okay, how are you? Wait, oh yes, that's fine. It's this, that's done except for the blue, so we need to bring blue in here. Which we have not yet made. So we'll need to make, and they'll need to be down here, basically. Over here. I guess we should pace out this. What if we made room for another red circuit and green combo in here? And then space it out? Like, say we go like this. We want a space for another green and red combinations needs to go like this. We have to give it like this much space. If we're gonna repeat that at some point. So maybe there. And then the other unit can basically start here. Alright, do this. So that's where it's going to be. And then I'll get some brick going like this. And let's pop into map mode and do this. Like that, please. Okay, so here's this line. Here's where we're going to make the red. Let's see what we need to do that. I think the red needs 24 greens. If I remember my math. Let's see. Let's plan. Alright. You're going to need a green and some blues and some reds. So, need a circuit to produce blues, greens, and reds. So the green produces at these produce 2 per second. Okay. And for the red, we need 2 per second. Right? Yes, we need 6 machines, but we need to input output 1 red needs 2 green per second. And to make the blue, we're going to need 2 reds, so that's 4 green, plus the 20 green, so 24, that's right, plus sulfuric acid. Okay, I guess we are going to make... Are we going to feed it off the network? Probably. There's not anything strongly needing green over here, so we will do that. We'll take the belt here, and we'll feed the green down into these guys. We're going to need to make how many? Oops. That's not good. I'm in map mode. How many of these does this system need? It needed some per second. It needs 1 blue per second. So if I did 2 blue per second, we would need 20 machines. Holy moly. Okay. That's a lot. I guess what we'll do is we'll get blue circuits into a box, do 1 per second for now. Or maybe not. Maybe we do start initially with 2. So we could have it do that with an output. It doesn't have to be a red belt, obviously, but I'm not going to be putting out that much blue circuits. If these are blue, how do we do the liquids? If they're like that, we need to bring in reds and greens. I'd rather they not be like that, actually. Okay, how about we just spread it out then? We can do that. Have them on the inside. Yeah, and then the piping can come through there, through this way. Right? Like that. That's sulfuric acid. We'll have to figure where we get that made from, but that's the general build. And then it's going to input... No, that's not going to work. Oh yeah, that'll work. No, it won't. That won't work at all. It needs to be even further afield here. It needs to be like that. For that to work. You need to be there. And then it's red inserters. That's probably a simple enough way to do this. Somewhere in both sides we're going to need power. And then the input is going to be green and red. The reason I'm concerned about this is I want a very solid supply of green coming in here. A fast supply of green that is blue belt inserted. Not a half belt of green either. I think we need 20 some, and the belt can provide up to 30. But it can only put 15 per side, so we won't have enough if we do it the other way. Yeah. So then we need an input line here to give us the red circuits. The reds need to come in on this side, green in the inside. That works. These to clean that out. Oh yeah. Okay. like that, and then the yellow is going to go there, and then we do the same thing here, where the insert is happening from the middle belt. The red belt is giving us the green circuits. Okay. Like that. Something like that. We'll check those ones after, actually. We'll do the power after. Okay, so we need 10 instead of 2 on this, so let's just duplicate that. 4, 6, 8, 10. Something like all that. Now, there's blueprints already in place, so I can just start dropping power. Apparently not. Wait, what? How did that... What? How did the... Okay, I didn't expect the power line to take out one of my buildings. Huh. Is that right? I don't know what I just saw happen there, but we'll see. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that even worse. Power. There. There, I suppose. Are all these? And there. Now, you need a connector line. Good. Now we just need the sulfuric acid in here, and the green, and the belts, or the inserts, the yellow, the green belt, whatever, green circuits and red circuits. And look what I did there. I made a really awkward input. Okay, you're gonna go here, and the next one's gonna go over here. Down, and then we do this. This. That's your green. And there. This guy can come in and over, not there. Wrong spot. There. Still wrong spot. Yep, I'm in the way. I'm moving too slow. Alright, red circuits can come and do a split, I suppose. And you're gonna be... That's a really awkward place to put that. Oh well. Blue's gonna go where? I don't know, because I didn't plan this properly. I don't have a belt to put the blue on. I don't know if I want blue on a belt. Does that seem silly? I don't know. Do we make blue on a belt? Maybe. So we'll do this with the... Not in that. We'll go in slow-mo. Slow motion. In here. That's going to be a red feed. Red belt feed. Oops, like this. Oh, bother. I'm doing swimmingly at this. Beautiful. Other way, please. Seems like it'd be a better choice if it's the other way. There. You into there. Then we can get the... Oh my gosh. Everything's always in the wrong spot. There and there. There. Doesn't need to be those by any stretch. That's silliness. There we go. And a red belt that totally does not need to be a full red belt, whatever. Not that I really care. It'll just be sitting there anyways. The amount of leftovers in the buffer line does not matter to me. Alright, except for the blue circuits are now coming out of the weird spot. Meh, okay. I suppose we will feed blue eventually onto the line, but for now we need the blue to be up here somewhere. So it's actually not somewhere, it's this spot exactly. Interesting. Not gonna work. You jerks. Okay. We'll do it here. Boop, like that. And then this can go yellow belting right here. There. And I did that all backwards. Super convenient. Nope. I don't have any belts. No. Good. Okay, that works. These are supposed to be going up, so we should do that. There and there. Turn you. Turn you. And then actually put this belt properly back to the north. Good. Nope, hold on, that's wrong. I don't want those to actually connect. That has to be a side-loaded blue. There. That'll work. And instead of... How about we also do this? Now, I don't know if that's utterly ridiculous, but we can not sideload, we can load up a red belt here with blue circuits-ish. It won't, but it'll be half of a blue belt. There'll be a lot of nonsense waste right now, so let's not do that yet. Let's leave it a potential. Alright, now all we need to do here is connect the sulfuric acid for everything. Now, where's that gonna come from? We got petroleum right there. Hey, look at that. I like I have like a piece of, I don't know, a farm lot connection here to the local forest. This would be a spot that I need to get through. Uh-huh. I need my bots to deliver me some yellows. Well, I don't have that. Let's make that happen. Give me 0 to 50. No, give me 50. And then give me the same for the undergrounds. And then give me, I don't know, 200 yellow belts. 1 to 200. No, just give me 200 yellow belts. Alright, good. Now, I need to bring this petroleum gas to the east. And it has to go somewhere like in here. I can actually just bump this back. That would be fine if we have the undergrounds for this. Like that, and then a regular pipe. Turn our gas this way. Somewhere over here, we make some sulfuric acid. Right, sulfur needs to be made in the process, not just sulfuric acid. I need sulfur, which is the water and the petroleum gas. I don't have water here, do I? Darn it, no I don't. How far away is our water? Up here? Okay, it's not bad. We also have sulfuric acid. I suppose we could pump that in from somewhere up here, right? I have some sulfur. I actually have quite a lot of sulfuric acid up here. What does this produce at? Hold on. It produces 50 sulfuric acid per second, and we have 2 of them running into this line. We're not using even a fraction of that, so I could legit just pump the sulfuric acid in here instead. That's probably a better plan. No. Didn't mean to take all the trees out, but okay. Let's just refix this problem. Return to the problem I made before. We could get inserter bonuses, I suppose. And then some faster belts. Not that we're going to be making them anytime soon. But, alright, now you guys get sulfuric acid delivered where? Probably easiest to just bring it, like, from up here. We can pop it down and then across. I think that'll do. Let's start at the source and bring it down. Okay, so. What a sweet earth. You could do... Honestly, you could just do... No, that wouldn't work. You could do that. Like this. And a bit irregular pipe. Well, that was okay, I guess. And it's going to go to here. And to here. There? Good. Boom. Blue circuits online. This is actually a 2 per second blue circuit setup. And it's going to have excessive belts there, excessive belts there. You can have those. That's fine. And there. Alright. So, we got blue circuits. That was mostly painless. They should be coming somewhere up here. I haven't seen them. Oh, they're peeking through there now. Yep. So they should all be on the left side of this belt, joining with the flying frames, coming up, hitting this set of machines, which should activate our yellow science. Huzzah! It only took me forever. It feels decently elegant, actually. Doesn't feel like an absolute trash job. Are we making electric furnaces in the network? I don't think we are. I don't think we have electric furnaces, like, coming off as a surplus somewhere. What I'm going to do is steal some here, maybe. Can I do that? Where can I steal electric furnaces from? Just here, actually. Into a passive provider chest. We'll just have one. And it'll just, it should... Wait, is it only prioritizing that one? Nope, it switches. So this is not quite enough, but we did only need 2.5 of these. So this will actually even out nicely. So every second machine will go in there. That'll start solving some of our 189 electric furnaces that need to be built in the network. And there's probably more to be still added to the network later. The next thing is we have... I wanted to have these things. I wanted to have lights being built. But no, it's copper cable, green circuits, and iron plates. Is there somewhere nearby, over here, we could produce electricity? I mean, lights? We have copper here. And we could literally just grab the copper over. I need that to make... Oh, it could actually be a yellow. Look, they've already filled up my inventory. Okay, so I would need to make... You make the cables, the wires, these things, sure. And then another machine to make the lights. I think that works. Green and... Oh, I need the iron plates as well. I guess we go like this. Sure. You'll get your input of iron lights. You'll get your cable. Need that guy. You need iron plates and green circuits. And that's actually should be enough to put out what I need, except for I did this in a way that there's no way that works. Oops. Swap that. And this can be the cable, right? There you go. Insert there. Straight into there. Total overkill. Try that. You're going to be lights, because I have lights in the system, and they're not automatically being made. And then you're going to output to a chest somewhere, like here. It's going to give us just one stack of lights. I need to input greens, metal, and that's it. Green circuit, ready to go. Just need to power you, and we're good to go. Lovely. There we do. Now we have the lights we need. That should solve the 24 of the remaining 213 issues. Good. And I'm calling for lights, apparently? I am. Indeed. Good. Solved. Now those bots will go off and do wonderful things. I got tanks sitting around all over the place. Apparently you can auto-drive these guys somehow. I don't know. Should be cool, though. I'm sure I'll be excited about it when I figure it out. Alright. What we didn't do is put a little box of blues. Right? We should make a box of blue. We can make it right here. A passive provider chest with just one stack of blue inserters. And they get top priority to fill that box, and then the line will keep going. And only when I call for them, like, for myself, basically, that'll draw. Okay. Now, as you guys get rolling, you should start consuming a lot of this. Excellent. Well, we have yellow now. Look at that. A purple and yellow output. Not a lot, but enough to keep things going. We're already down by all the lights already been delivered. That's great. And this thing is producing excessively slowly. Do I have to be watching it for it to work? Or are you just delivering them to me? Oh. I bet you they're just delivering them to me first. That's what's happening. That's fine. We made furnaces up here, I believe. They were just outside of our logistics, so maybe we need to solve that by changing our logistics reach. Yes, I think so. That'll give us a new access to a bunch of stuff. Well, no, actually it won't. That's probably unnecessary there. What we did need is more access up in here. We don't have that, right? Yeah, none of this is in logistics network range. Which is not surprising with the atrocity of my build plan here, my non-build plan. So if I do this and put another one, gosh, where would we put it to make it work this way? We might fit one there. That should do. I don't have a blueprint, a building for that. This will work because that would then connect those. It's a mess, but if I put one in here as well, there. It's a very sloppy corner, but it'll do for now, I think. That'll put this stuff in our repair range too. Hi. Which makes me wonder, do we have repair bots? Yeah, we do. We must. There we go. Look at them go crazy. That was a call to all of these machines. There's 201 of them. Nice. They finally got access. This little engine machine here, making wonder here. I'm gonna switch this down to just one stack now. That's great. Looks like they're all on their way to solve the problem of all those furnaces that needed to be connected. Good. I think everything now should be networked in here that needs to be. We do have a steel chest over here that isn't, but we probably have steel we can put elsewhere. Or I suppose I could find a way to connect this. Might not be that hard actually either, right? There would technically connect it, right? Sure it would. Oh, and this steel is in a wooden box. Probably not networkable. None of the wooden boxes I know are networkable, so we'll just do that. Oh, that is not right. Yoink. Do the thing where we don't waste all that. Okay. Got some purples and some greens and some reds. I guess we could feed some purples like this. What? Why is that not dropping? There we go. Oh, it doesn't work in the corner. That's interesting. Did not know to do that. I will let the greens and reds have outputs of there. Good. Now, that means I'll just drop those. I don't need them in my inventory. Neither do I need that or that. Blah, blah, blah. Somehow I keep picking up logistics. It's like I bumped them in the air mid-flight. That's probably what's happening. Alright. I think this has been a good start to increasing our productivity. Having those two new types of research fully operational means we can get going on some real stuff now. Oh, hey, look at that. Cluster grenades and piercing shotgun shells. I like that idea, but laser shooting also sounds wonderful. Laser damage, laser shooting. Worker bot cargo size. Worker bot speed. Should actually be a high priority, I would think. Mining productivity. 1,000 of everything. We'll hold off on that. 1,000? Yikes. I'll do speed 3 and 4. Oh, hey, look, this keeps stacking? Oh. But it's 2,250 research points. I'll pass on that one again. Find flammables, 400 research. Okay, research is starting to get mighty expensive. Battery Mark IIs would be great. Let's get those. More personal bot stuff. And I wonder if the next step is probably uranium. Start getting our power numbers up. We are... Oh! Yeah, no kidding. We're entirely failing to provide fuel for our system. That's because we're not feeding them solid fuel anymore. I see. And that is because I think yes, one of the gases is finished. Okay, you guys just need to be connected. If these networks are connected, then they will balance better. So how do we do that? How do we do that? I need this stuff to link up to that stuff. Can I bring a line down like this? No, not enough. Not quite the reach. I could do this to here. Yeah. Like that. That would work to get the light oil. And then I could do a similar thing with the heavy oil. Right? And that comes down here. This works. And then I just need the petroleum, which I can bring in from probably here directly. Like that. Let's move these for a moment. See how we're going to link those in. Then I bring the lines down here and over, I suppose. That's going to be our heavy oil right here. we go. And then I need light oil coming down somewhere in this vicinity. Further down, but doesn't have to go crazy. It does have to go far enough down that it's not colliding with things. How about we bring it in off the side of this pipe? That works for me. This is gonna collide, isn't it? That's a silly spot to put it then. Sure. Do that. We'll run it down this way instead. The sound effects of the bots is so cool. Again, very awkward positioning, but I can change it simply by doing this. And there, that fits. And this guy comes along here and connects in there. Good, that's the light oil. Those don't cross, so you're fine. Don't cross the streams. Okay, give me 1 second here. Alright. And then, down south we're bringing the petroleum gas. I think we'll probably tuck it over this way then. I'll do this. I love the overlays. They're so good. You grab a pipe and it shows you all the networks. That is such a nice feature. Now, how do we get into there? Probably down here somewhere. We could come across like this. And that's going to probably collide too much with stuff. So why don't we go there? And here. Apologies if there's some background noise there with the machinery running, but can't melt everybody upstairs for my streams. There we go. And you come like that, and we're good. There, now the two networks should be properly linked. Correct? So that should balance out at 10K there. Then, yeah, it automatically balances the networks. So we are now cracking the appropriate amounts over that way, which means all I need to do is add basically 2 and 2 here. I'll do this. Heavy oil in here. Petroleum gas here. Light oil in here. And the cracking system should keep that balanced, mostly, if not perfectly. Yes, good. Now we got fuel back online. Now, part of the problem was that we ran out of fuel. The other part of the problem was that we don't have a lot of surplus power here. Even at full, with what we have with this, the ones that's already kicking steam off here, so we just have this, what is this, maybe 30%, 25% of this entire thing that's not online? So we're not going to get crazy amounts of power. We won't hit the 136,000 we need. So, we'll need to improve our power systems. We can do that 2 ways right now. We can add solar. I should say increase our power output, because, I mean, we could reduce power use, but who does that in Factorio? Come on. What you talking about, Willis? Now, part of this stuff is these things are here. I don't think they have a... Oh, they do have a minimum consumption. Well, that's not ideal, but it's also not terrible. If our iron... No, our copper is thin. Okay. Which means we're not mining anywhere near enough copper here. So the first priority needs to be to mine more copper. Otherwise, our systems are going to crash and burn. We have a copper line right there, so I think we'll do the quick and dirty solution of just simply going up there and building it in. Do we have the supplies to build that? Probably, maybe not. Drills, how many did I tell them to bring? I'm going to say switch this up to 100 capacity, and I'll grab some on my way out. Okay, and I need belts. We'll get more belts as well. I'll let them hold 500 yellows, but not demand it. Yellow belts over here. Undergrounds, inserters. I'm gonna make yellow belts as the mining source, obviously. Already beat you to it, boys. And then I want to run it out on a big red. So I should grab more red belts. I've got belt immunity on, so I don't know why I'm trying to walk nicely on the belts. I get the bonus from being on the pavement, but no bonus or negative from being on a belt anymore. That'll take me like another 20 hours to get used to that. Alright, what do we ask it? We can let them have... I'm gonna go up to 1,000. 800 is probably fine. Go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then some. There you go. Okay, now let's head north. I know I'm walking south, but I'm gonna go get my tank. It's probably smarter to do that. You guys are still not fueling? Oh, it's starting to get there, I hope, right? It's bottled that up. It's packed up some of that. We're not producing a ton of it, but it's everything's slowed, including the sending of those products. Should have grabbed a handful and just lit up a few more furnaces, but that's fine. This will do. This whole network down here is super power hungry. I'm using electric furnaces everywhere. That is, you know, long term may be good, but you know what doesn't have a belt immunity? A tank. Although no building has immunity being run into by a tank, so try to be careful here. Yeah, those guys are... We're gonna need a lot of copper. It's not just that we have... you know, we're not just run out of copper because that thing is small, which it is arguably a small deposit, but we're also going to probably use everything that comes out of here and still not have enough. It's definitely close enough to just belt down for now. It's not a huge deposit again, like I just said. And the uranium won't be far either. Maybe we do a train. There's more copper up there. More oil up there. Let's do one thing at a time. Do we do one thing at a time? Or do we go up and get that uranium drilling? Well, we need sulfuric acid up there. So we're gonna need to have, we're gonna need to do trains for that. I don't know. I think we go ahead and just put this in as a belt. Come on, where is it? No, I thought I recently had a smelt. There we go. Smelt line right there. Or drill line. There. There, okay. And I'll need a couple more. Reach here. Here. You can have one more there. You can have one more there. Then we'll put yellow lines plenty in here. Serves and mans. Okay. Let's do some yellow belt work. I love how these can't be like, they can't go wobbly. You can't accidentally turn the belts when you're painting them in like this. Alright, so since we're low on power, what I figured I'd do is go set up a big drilling operation with no power. Smart! Super smart! Lovely. You know, I should probably just put these belts in, right? That would probably be faster, save my bots some work to do the other work they have to do, like putting in the drills. Since I'm here, there's no, like, bot network that's feeding this. Okay, a little more. Yeah, they clearly want to do the belts first. There, you guys done? Oh, we're out of drills, huh? I just took 100 drills. That's more than 100 drills. Sure is, 119 drills. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 belts. Well, well, well. It's going to be down from a 6 to 2, I think. Don't think we'll run more than 2 belts out here, but maybe. That's a lot of belts. I think we might have to train this one too, guys. What do you think? Probably we do. We'll go 6 to 3. Yes, maybe? Yeah. 6 to 3. Simple and clean. What's that? Why is there, huh? What's going on there? You're gonna do reds like this. And we're doing red belts all. Oh, I need red belts, which is there. Not blue, please. What do? You go straight across. Across. There. 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 This guy weaves around. Go back down. Used this one before. Lovely. Okay. So 6 belts. Convenient. And there. Okay. That'll be a bunch of drills. Needed for sure. And somewhere we'll have a train run going through here, I guess. Set up another train. And it could... Oops. You'll have to come down just kind of through... Well, where's the train? Where would I want the uranium to be dropped? Probably somewhere up here. The copper will have to come down all the way to... I would say over to here. In this area. A station drops the copper. This copper's here. Might as well have the station right in here. Okay, let's go down and do that, and we'll work backwards on the train stuff. We don't have enough tracks, obviously. It's not great. I can blueprint it, I suppose. Not a bad idea. Is there a bunch of stuff in this tank? No. So I can actually blueprint... Yeah, I can do that. Problem is the power link. We're gonna have an annoying issue linking power through here. You, give me that. I have to run power all the way up to that copper. Yeah, I think they will pass this copper line here. So everything in this area is where we'll deal with. Bots, let's just do this, okay? Well, you boys? You're way quicker at it. Just way faster. And then a train has to come in. A station has to be put in here somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Yeah, sort of. I can just throw something down though, to be honest. And then we'll put the station. Do I have a station? I do not. Did not come well enough prepared for this. Okay. You get me over to base fast, please. See if we can do this without running through a bunch of already built stuff this time. Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Wildly out of control. I will go. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff in the inventory. The bots are gonna go haywire, cleaning me out. Grab the stuff, boys. Need tracks, for sure. A lot of them. I don't think I have tracks as a... no, I don't. Give me all of those. And then... probably we want a little extra walls. Yeah, we're gonna need some... The uranium is... This uranium up here should be enough to get us going with at least a decent sized generator. What do you think? Train bit of the green stuff. Bit of the green stuff is to the north. Main butt of the green stuff is to the north. Well, we got copper here and we got uranium. I'm thinking we grab the uranium on the same train as the copper. Or we could have two separate lines, but I don't want to get into fiddling with fancy lines yet. No, there'll be enough. If we just dump the... just have multiple stops. That'll be plenty good enough. Wish they'd update the car tank driving mechanic. Tank driving mechanic is okay to me. The cars are just too wildly fast and they always catch me. I should just drive a tank. That's my simple solution, I think. You know, we're using all this coal to make this stuff. Is that really even worth it at this point? I mean, it is feeding science and stuff, but it's going to use up my coal. I'm not going to be annoyed that I don't have the coal. Whatever. Maybe we can change it then. That's a future Drake problem. Don't envy that guy. We can get engines somewhere. Yes, right here. Oh my god. That's a lot of engines. Why do I have a bucket full of engines here? Seriously. It's an entire box full of engines. And you wonder why I'm having trouble with our supplies. I need, like, 2 containers of engines, please. Well, that was my dumb... Okay, double-ended train is fine. They're not going to have liquids. We're going to be using your 1 car for uranium. And let's say 3 cars for copper. 3 cars for copper and 1 for uranium. Probably enough. Whoops, indeed. Oops, just a few freaking engines. Look at that. That's crazy. We don't have the requester chests. Where did those come in? Why have I never seen those requester chests? Is that not a thing anymore? There they are. Logistics systems. Oh, are you kidding me? We need space science for logistics chests? Oh my god. That's a jerk move. Very lot of engines, man. It's a cosmic level of engines. I do not want to get into the space thing just to have my logistics network working. Ugh, that's rude. Some of the stuff, so if you're playing vanilla versus space age, some of the recipes and science shifts. So like when you get, you don't need space tech in vanilla in order to get, currently in vanilla in order to get the logistics, as far as I know. Yeah, this is silly. All these engines piled up. I'll go throw them in the facility in the south. I was gonna use look for requester chests, and I could just put that as a passive provider, throw a requester chest down in the bottom like you would normally, and then be done with it, right? Then they just get what they needed delivered. But no! Jerk Wubei had to make it hard for me. Oh well. Alright, engines, electric engines. There we go. That's all. Okay. So I need more cars. 4 of them I think will do. Iron, steel, and gears. I mean, they could get that, right? We could make that happen. One, 2, 3, 4. Complete, no thank you. Let's see. So, gives me 4 engines. I need a station. Steels and stuffs and things. Give me a station, or 3 or 4. Hey, we can make blue. Make this the faster belts. Display panel? That's new. To me, anyways. So once to get the uranium, we're gonna actually need a liquids tanker on there too, now that I think of it. Because we actually have to go and provide sulfuric acid to that facility. Right? Pretty sure we do. So we'll make some sulfur and sulfuric acid and take it to the station. We'll make it wherever we drop the uranium, I suppose, where we'll tank it to. Oh my god, I'm so full. Let's get. We'll go over this way and hi, what are you doing? Chasing me down for something? No, you ran out of power. Lovely, boys. You're just doing all that to get me some pipes. I appreciate your diligence. Way to go. Way to go, little bots. Alright. Now, over here, painful low levels of resources coming in is, well, in a word, painful. We gotta get over here and set a copper to the other copper. Now, we could do... Uh-oh. Hi, friends. That's okay. You can shut off now. Stop that. I drove through here before, but I was moving too fast for the bots to hop out, so... Alright, so this is where we'll put the train that'll provide copper. I think what we'll do is we'll have this copper line up here added to by the train, but then prioritize the bottom, the drill in the south. Okay, let's go do this. Put a station in. This side. So it's going to be, gonna have to be big enough to accommodate 6 cars? 7. 7 pieces here. So let's see if we can do this. I want a down-facing engine. Then I want the copper probably next. 3 of those. And then we're going to put in the liquids, and then that, and I need more train distance there. Good. That has to be the engine on the other side. Lovely. Okay. You guys will need to be fueled from somewhere, because of course it wouldn't be simple enough to just bloody well have that work. Where am I going to get the fuel? Do we have any liquids that'll be there? Well, if we pipe petroleum gas to where we need the sulfuric acid loaded, then that station can fuel, because I can use a bit of the petroleum gas as solid fuel, so that'll work. For now, let's go with like half a stack there and the other half of the stack up there. Okay, copper is going to fill here. So I need chests in here. Good. We'll have to power those. We're not powering the chest, but you know what I mean. And I'm couple greens short. I'm gonna be one freaking green short. Two green shorts. One when it's done building. Bloody mess. I can grab copper actually, can't I? We need copper. I've got the plastics, we just need copper and iron, and I can grab some of that from here. Sounds cheeky. Oh, stop it, bots. Or you get me in trouble. Good. I just need a bit of iron. We do there. More than a bit of iron. Well, will do. Now I'm gonna need more of those guys. Right away, aren't I? Yep, of course I am. I need to have another 16 of them. No, 18 of them up north. Oh, bloody heck, that's too much stuff. Don't pocket build that much, Crazy Drake. Let's just step over here and find somewhere where we can grab it. Get the materials we need. So to make those, it is red and green and blue inserters. We have 52 red, that's enough. Blue inserters, green circuits and gears. Go. 16 of them. That's gonna leave me one short to get. There we go. Another 9. Happy with that. Iron plate, copper. Get out of my inventory, thank you. Somebody needs steel? I'm sure somebody needs steel, right? There you go. I do not need to have that much bullets in my inventory. What? Why are these not going into... What? Thought I could auto transfer them. Do not. Okay, let's put bullets in here and tell them to have... Oh, filter's already on? Oh, up to 1,000. There we go. Let's drop it down to 300. Perfect. Solve my problems, little bots. You guys do all the work, I'll just stand around. Okay, we've got the materials then, I think, to get most of the way there. Probably not actually, but we'll try. And you got the chests, we're making the greens now. Oh my god, that's 135 gears. Nope. I had the iron in hand to be able to make them. There we go. So I need 18 per station of the greens. We could do double side load, but not really worth it. Never bought the Space Age update. I bought it and I've never touched any of its actual functions. So the only thing I've run into is what we see in here. So let's get a little more of the drills since we need them. And might need a couple chem plants. Oh no! Sound we haven't heard in forever. How did you get inside there, dude? Oh my gosh. He is a jerk of a sniper. Well, that's just high-level rudeness, bro. Give me those. And give me fuel. Let's go kill that jerk. One large... Oh, I thought I was gonna get past that. One large jerk in the way. He must have just barely snuck by the targeting. Yeah. Was there any dead ones nearby? I don't know where he came from. That should be very concerning. Probably up there. We'll go knock out the mess and fix... Yeah. I'll fix the mess here. And then we'll fix the rest of it. Do that, I suppose. It's not a solution until it gets the rest of its parts delivered, but there we go. And we can wall this in. Very, very shoddy defenses as always. Alright. Not ideal. Hate hearing that noise. When I'm in the mood for building. Kinda always heard it when we did the actual like proper Death Worlds. The extreme ones. That was a different world. I'm genuinely wishing I had cranked up the difficulty again. That is the opposite of what I want. These all have to unload at the state trains. And then the blues can come out here. That. And we're gonna have 4 lines. Right now we're gonna have 4, I believe, copper beads, right? 4 full red belts will do the job. So let's see, how are we gonna change this up? We are gonna change this up. Let's have this feed like that. Okay. What if we did 4 balancer? Actually, this is going to be just fine. Do a very simple balancer of a 4 to 4. Well, those are weird ones. Don't need a turn, just that is fine. And it can kind of go just right here. Suppose here would be most central. And we're going to go with a drop here. That, please. Then it's the old-fashioned that. Nope, not those. I need the red ones. In there. So, deconstruct all this then, gents. More, please. Oh, I got friends elsewhere that can reach. Good. Okay, do that. And then, we just need a connection for construction in here. This guy can come into... Can't actually build with these. That's unfortunate. My bots can do a lot of the building, right? If I focus on the belts, these guys can put the rest of it together relatively quickly. Have to fix that mess I just made. There. There. Put the rest of the stuff in while I try to help you guys out. Clearly the power network is going to just absolute crash trying to run all this, but something's happening here. We're going to run out of yellows. We've already run out of yellows. So let's head into the logistics zone. Okay, so to do this copper, we're going to need power, but I think we put the copper in first and then draw the power in. Was I close to the tornadoes in Canada? I was not. We do have the opportunity to have tornadoes in Winnipeg. Not really in the city. I live in the city, and cities have kind of a built-in shield from that in a way, because they, well, because the city has its own little heat bubble over it, which can move storms around it in a weird sort of way. Why have I not been delivered any of this stuff? Are the logistics bots just busy? There they go. Some things being delivered. There we go. You got some yellow inserters coming, but jeepers. Taking your sweet times, aren't you? Aha. Oh, more engines. Yes. More furnaces. Lovely. There we go. Starting to deliver. Okay. How many did I tell them to deliver the yellows? I told them 50. I want you to bring me 100 and let me hold up to 200. Just for this excursion. We'll grab some up here. In the oldest of the builds. Oh, these aren't even in logistics options. And I'm fine with that, actually. I'm totally fine with that. When I come to grab this stuff, I really don't... Yeah. I don't think it's that urgent. I will bring more yellow belts. For other things, for drills. Up north. Oh, that's gonna be a different build. The sulfuric acid mine builds. Hey, look! We have all the sciencey stuff in all the machines. Yay! So, unlocking efficiency, this is just speed, right? I don't know that I want to spend 500 of each research just to speed up the research and then leave like 2/3 of my research labs empty. That does save power, but eh. Mining productivity, however, is freaking phenomenal. So this increases productivity, which is the extra bonus. It gives an extra 10% of everything we yield. Yeah, you know what? I know it's 1,000 bloody... 2,000! 2,000 purple. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't accept that right now. That's just too much. Just too much. Elevated rail is a cool idea. Very cool idea. Just thinking, is there any other stuff in here that I need to be getting right now? I'm gonna say no. Oh, the armor, the weapons to get the better modules. We'll do that. Better modular armor. Oh my god, what is that? It's a mech suit. That's amazing. We can get the Mark II armor without having space tech. That's good. Freaking mech suit, dudes. Look at that thing. Straight out of an awesome, like, 60s B movie, 50s B movie. That's incredible. That looks great. The old Doctor Who would be proud. The old ones. Alright, down to the copper build. We're close. We're close to having everything we need in here. I think we brought drills and furnaces and everything. Oh, did I bring power lines? I think we did fill up on them. We were standing around yapping long enough in the logistics. The tornadoes you were mentioning did touch down in my city, but... Or not in my city, in my province. But it's a really, really big place, so... I wouldn't say they were near me. I don't know what the damages were, I didn't really... It's not an entirely unheard of thing here. We're not in Tornado Alley or anything, but... Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We'll just copy this beauty right here, and we'll pop one there, and pop one there. Might as well let our bots do the fast work for me. And then I'm gonna have 4 belts coming in off of here. So give me this. Make it... Oh, no, that did not work. That... Too far. That one up. Pick that one up. That guy and that guy. Doesn't look pretty. I'll fix the not prettiness. There we go. That's more pretty. Alright, belts, please. I'm not gonna have enough reds, am I? Probably not. So 2 of these will be fed, or one of the 4 of this will be fed from the old copper. And then here, yeah. That, connect these back up so the flow can resume. It'll be a totally, very close to useless flow, but let them finish this up, and there you go, guys. Ditto spread there. Now, these trains, once they're ready, they will load up belts. Yeah, let's do that. Out. Connect, and then we'll have 3 belts here. One is going to come in this way. Another one's going to come in this way. Connected there. Not. Somehow that surprised me the second time. You are going to come in this way. Good. So we'll have 3/4 of it fed from the northern unit. But they'll all balance out. And that's fine. I don't even need to prioritize any one way or the other. So you're now... This train set is basically ready. We just need to run power, and now it's ready to fully unload automatically when things come. Let's put this as the copper drop main. Copper drop main. That'll do for now. And we can head north. So for how do I... Is there a way I can build these? I thought there was a way I could build while I drive. There is. Haha. Oh. Well, there isn't. It's not gonna connect? But I can't. Okay, I can't cross it like that. Fair enough. I will underground it. Suppose I can put the other train station down after I run this out. It'll basically just go like this. Oh, that's cool. It's gonna try to figure it out for me. I want it to go where? To go mostly north. Some amount. And over here? Not quite as north as I did. That's what I want. I don't know, honestly, if that actually worked. It might not have, because there was blue, or there was invisible space there. We don't have a radar here. We could do that. We could also... No, I don't want to extend that. I want to put in a radar. Just pop a couple of those guys here. And also, I should put in a turret line. Just because some jerk's gonna creep on through and blow up the chests full of stuff, and that would be very disappointing. In fact, it'd be so disappointing I want to do a second batch over here. Totally ignoring the difficulty of, or the power of the bugs at this stage, but that's fine. And yes, lovely. I just did this also very poorly, but whatever. It'll work. They'll be powered and fine. Good. Done. Drive. I don't care. Not that important. I can actually, I think I can build, actually physically build it, right? Okay, that's cool. Bots can, I'll just chug along real slow. Bots will put things in place. Wait, how did they build that part? Oof. Oh, they just barely made it. Busy bots. Quick, clean that rock up. Quick, 1,000 trees. Okay, so it did lay the blueprint all the way. This is awesome. I love it. Oh, I ran into the end of the line there. Love it. Okay, somewhere over here is where we're gonna. Now, that's stellar. Okay, you guys should come in like this. Probably is fine. Yeah. I'll make it nice and long so I can get a station in there that fits everything it needs to. And it needs to be the bottom 3, actually. Okay, so you need a station that's way the heck up here. Because it's got to go way further than that. I want them to line up basically here. But it's the southern, it's the bottom 3 pieces of that are copper. So something like that would be pretty close to perfect. Where's my station? That is kind of close to perfect. Okay, back it up. This becomes the North Copper 1. Okay. Suppose we can go with orange, huh? There we go. Oh no, you interrupted my work. Transmission would be good. There we go. What's the coloring on that? It is 125, so I know it. 255, 125. Okay. You are going to add a station. Where are we going to start? We start at the drop-off point. Copper drop main. And then we go to North Copper pickup. Okay, and each of these are going to have a... I guess we'll go timer probably to begin with. We'll go with 60-second timers on them. And that should suffice. I can tell you to go to the pickup. And then I can just shut you off into manual. Okay. That's a meh. Okay, it's sort of coppery. Not very coppery. I want that to be more coppery. Brighter? Oranger? 100? Meh. Colors are really nice, but the graphs are really nice, but the colors are confusing. Oh, hi. That was a fast tech. Also the end of a line tech. Go ahead with capacitor inserters, which will actually help with loading these beauties. Right. That. 7.6, please. And the inserters are this way now. They're heading into the machines. We actually need to bring power up here. I will probably just simply run power. Yeah, why don't we just hop in our tank and run a power line down? Tank, because then I don't have to worry about replacing crap. I'll go like this. And here. Fine. And you can just run. Here. I don't really care where that ends up. Should be able to find the spot behind my tank. Like I said, it stopped. It stopped connecting. That was annoying. Okay. Let's not place it in front of me, because that would be bad. Place it and run straight over it. Oh, that was close. That should give us power up here. It indeed does. Beautiful. Okay, first things first before we get hit. Let's throw in some... Oh, this is awkward. Not those turrets, these ones. There, bit better range up. I'm gonna go with take out every second one. That works. Then we will wall it. This a little better than the other way, than the base side ones. Copy that beauty right here onto here. Not there at all. That's a bad idea. Copy it into over here. That'll mostly work. And there. You guys get this stuff connected, please. And then power lines can run behind all this. Oh, that started some drills. Okay, cool. Didn't mean to, but that works. Start here. How close do these go? 2 apart? Let's copy that. Just have them print it straight down there. Uh-oh. I'm out of drills, or I'm out of power. That one. That one can go. Now, one there. Can I make any more? Nope. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something short. The rest of the drills can go in place. Very annoying. I mean, I could sub them with those, but we'll be back up here anyways. So some drills going. You'll need another one here when they're ready, and then we need to just put the inserters. Get this fed. I'm gonna go ahead with another one of those lines. Turrets. Right in here. Another one right in. And to fuel those, or power those, we'll need here as well. Two. Alright, you just need a few power lines. I'm gonna go ahead and take out a couple of these. So that these guys get going. Let's see, we do this, this, that one, You. The power is connected for primarily down here. I disconnect other than... there's enough to get it rolling. Good. So this, again, goes into what? We do... inserters? No, we'll do a single splitter. No, that doesn't work very well. We'll do this. Hi. I don't really care for more stacks right now. Cargo... laser damage would be good, since we're going to be depending more heavily on that. If we do that, that's silliness, isn't it? That's very silly. It's not going to be that big of a bottleneck, so let's just do it this way. That one. There. This guy comes in like this. This guy comes down here. And now we have copper. Now, we don't have enough. We need more power lines. Stuff. That will be our main input for the power. That guy out. Actually, let's not take that guy out. Let's go take those guys out before they become a problem. I'll drop our tank and go smack those friends up there. Something like that should do the job. I have a bit of a scout, see what's happened. I should put radar in there too. Take care of these fellows. Done? Done. Okay. I don't see any immediate threats, so we'll head up over here. There's something red up there, and I'm wondering if that is more than it looks, or if it's just a... it's possibly just some straggler stuff that we left behind. Alright, so here's the uranium. It's not a big patch by any stretch. Oh yeah, no, that is more than just... more than just a nuisance up here. Oh yeah. That was bad. And very unpleasantly stuck there. We'll drive a bit further and we'll check out the east here and make sure we've got a current view of things. Can we stop preparing? You bucket in there, thank you. I think actually this is as easy, as good of a time as any to just put in a very simple Adrian's line sort of thing. Adrian's wall here, right across there. Let's just put a nice little wall that we start right here. Just go like this. That's fine. No issues, no reason why I wouldn't want one there, right? Yes, I've got gates. I can put in a bit of a gate section in here. Sure, that works. I'll do this so that it's more visible. There you go. It's something they're gonna chew through, but it's an early warning sort of thing. And their expansion expeditionary teams won't automatically go through there. Actually, that may not be true. They might actually just walk right through it and eat it apart, even if they're just going to expand. Can't seem to get those, so good. I just want to make sure that not getting too big of or too quick of a surprise on our uranium supplies. We could do the same thing over there, just a very simple wall. It's enough to deter them and at least warn us, right? If the biters are chewing on a wall up here, we obviously need to come and respond to it. And the fishing is great up here. It won't be for long because we're putting in uranium mines, but hey. That's future me's problem as well. Okay, I'm not even sure where I will... Is cliffs in here? It is. Ugh. I guess the train's gonna just come in here, park straight in here. So let's put the drills in a way that... Oh, where was those drills? And it's off my list. Okay. Somewhere I can see the drills, please. There we go. I'll get a copy of this. And I want it to come vertically south, so let's go just far enough to drill the last southern tip of the thing and the westmost. It's gonna be inefficient and effective, but whatever, it'll work. Alright, now I don't have landfill, thankfully. Otherwise they try to do all this. This is the attempt, their attempt to use the blueprint to landfill things where I don't want it. That's awkward. That's quite awkward. No, just take this all out. Bots, sorry. No, can do. I need these to not go that clip there, eh? Okay. Let's do this differently. Let's go here. These ones go. That goes. This one I think has to go as well, right? Yeah. Not gonna work. I think they flow between each other though, so I could cheat this probably. Not gonna get everything here, but whatever. Fine if it doesn't get everything. We'll adjust it later if we need to. Good. Do that. And I don't have the red belt for this. I don't want this in this red belt. It's just what I did with the blueprint. Okay. So this is going to go into... Honestly, the 3 belts is just fine. And I'm going to have a train station that comes in this way. Somewhere in here that probably wants to park like here. I asked it, that's what it said, it wanted to do that. Okay. Get this out of the way, please. Apparently, train tracks are a little picky about breaking ground first. They never seen the golden spike. Alright, that guy's gonna come up here. Now I'm gonna need the train here in order to do this, but let's put in the station. And it'll go there. Pardon me. And I will probably, let's just bring the car in, or the track in. Hi, there we go. I actually kind of want to just go like this. Let's go here then. Come on. Just work for me, man. There. Make me a train. Alright. Here. Good. Now, I need you gone, and I need the power lines run up there. Now, I don't have the medium ones, but I do want the main line. Main power this guy. There. And this becomes the uranium loading. Okay, so this now adds the station uranium pickup 1. And again, a time condition of 60 seconds is fine. Those will change, but I guess the copper would be where we do the pickup or the drop off, eh? We'll actually drop the copper here, but the ore here. I'm gonna smelt it up here. We could smelt it over here, I suppose, but no, we got water over there. Let's smelt it over there. Does that mean we add another station? Probably we add a 4th station in here. Oh, bugger me. See what's happening here? Smelting off of there, the iron is drawing enough now that it's polluting into those big stations. Oh boy. Bother. Very big bother. Yeah, I'm gonna put in a... Do we want a uranium dropping point? I suppose so. Or we could just belt it. It's gonna be belting about the same distance anyways, unless I took this line and I could have done this line differently. Get a little more. Look at this. They're gobbling up pollution there. Means this thing's probably gonna start to get really quick nasty attention. Okay. I will get it to connect to hold on. Manual. You're going to go with a use destination train stop color. What? What? Oh, I didn't. That's the train I'm coloring. No, I want to train color this. Nice bright green, please. Okay, uranium pickup. Now we're also going to have inactivity in that one, and then going to the northern copper pickup. Don't want to wait the whole time. You want to go to inactivity as well. And then the main copper main drop is going to also get inactivity, although it's probably not going to have an issue with that. So let's send him off to, let's not do that. Okay, so he can turn around on the spot and flip. Good. I'll get you to stop in the station here. We will put you in the manual so that I can set up where the input's going to be. So we need to output sulfuric acid here. Uh-oh. Do I not have a pump? I don't have a freaking pump. I have a tank, though. And that'll do. So it's just got to have 2 tiles off. Like this. That's probably fine there. And then this one is going to have the same uranium ore mined in there. Oh, and I don't have enough. Yeah, I do. That's good there. Inputs are going to be the same. And this can be that with that, and then you can just connect. Yeah, we'll do a 3-to-2 split, balance down. 3-to-2. That'll be fine here. Sure. Something like this. Except for that's going to be too close because that's going to hit the fluids. Okay, do that one again in a different spot. Do that. There. Take red instead of blue, thank you very much. Don't want to use blue for silly things like this. Not that we have it. Oh, and I'm out of red as well. Okay. We can split it with yellow. Not going to change the actual flow rate because that would require a whole lot more than that. There. 1, 2. Oops, broke stuff. Great. It was faster that way. Power came up this far, so let's go ahead and bring it all the way up here. That'll let us connect all these guys when it's time. Pipe-wise, you guys have to have enough pipes to run like that, I believe. And connect pipes into there. So once the sulfuric acid gets its pump, it'll just pump the can in there. Then they'll be fed with sulfuric acid. They just need to be powered next. We'll do that when we come back. So we will bring power. We need to get the turrets set up in the area. Like that. There's a turret line. Get one of you there. Hi. Hi, shooty speed guy. And we'll get one of them here. And I'll get set over here. That should be sufficient. Again, none of this is going to work right now because we simply don't have the power connected. I try to help bots, and then the tree gets in the way. Wasn't my fault, man. Wasn't my fault. We'll take that tree out. See what the heck's going on here. And that was part of the problem. We didn't have trees in the way. Oh, and we're out of laser turrets now? Stellar. Take the trees out, please. Now, once we power all this and bring, yeah, it's just power lines, I guess, and a pump. That'll get this going. That'll increase things substantially. So you're going to go to Northern Copper Pickup. No, you're not. Oh, I guess. Oh, right, because these are the, that's the order for the drills, or for the track runs. Switch you back on to manual again. Now, we're gonna have to unload the uranium here if we're using this station. And I think for now we will. Let's put a line in there. Something like that. Uranium, and we need the sulfuric acid delivered in here. So we need 2 pumps and a tank. We can make the sulfuric acid here, then we can make the fuel for it and run the fuel line to these locomotives. Hey, we offloaded a bunch of copper. Cool. Okay. You guys get in my pockets already? Let's bring power, laser turrets, and we need pumps. So once I got the supplies for that... Oh, look, engines. I think we have a few spare engines somewhere. Theory had it. If memory serves, we might have had a bit. Okay, good. I'm in logistics now. I'm in the network. Nope, I'm not. That was the build network. Now I'm in the network. Yeah, I'm totally in the network now. So for what they're gonna do first is focus on emptying out my junk. I was going for pumps, right? Electric pumps need steel and engines and stuff. Okay. Engines are still up here, unfortunately. A small bazillion of them. Need a bit of steel. Grab from there. Okay. Our stuff's being delivered. I already have the poles. Good. Let's swap that up to a full 100 delivered. Still unloading like crazy, huh? Alright, boys. So much you need. There you go. Give me all the stuff. Fill her up. Okay. So I want to make sure we get this stuff online before we're done for the day. The uranium will still need a bunch of other research because that won't get us connecting it. Just once you start pumping some, you're kind of gotta then you open up the other researches. Okay, so petroleum gas is what we're going to bring over to the copper lines, which is actually conveniently placed. We will need some of those drills to do this, or whatever they're called. Some of the pumps. I'd like it to run right through here. Actually, I wouldn't mind having it not run through there, to be honest. No, it doesn't fit that way. Okay. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't fit that way. Let's connect that up over here. What are the chances we actually get through there? Wow. That was ridiculous. And it lines up perfectly. Also very ridiculous. Oh, look. Copper. Hi. You could probably, you know, be useful. Let's put a 4-to-4 balancer right in here. 4-to-4. This guy. Go. Need this one. There. I suppose we could do the same on the iron. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Like that. And back to what I was doing. This. That's a lot of, yeah, I was just gonna say, that's a lot of oil to be run a long ways. I feel like it's gonna tell me that's not okay anymore. Then we'll bring that up here somewhere. You know, my gosh. Oh, yay, we have one tank worth. Good. So, petroleum gas is actually going to go up this way. Up here somewhere. And we'll convert it into a couple things. We will get the, oh crap, sulfur. This cannot be. I need iron plate in here in order to make that work. Only need a very little bit of iron plate. But I need iron plate. I need only a little bit of iron plate. Okay, that'll work. Excuse me, I need to commandeer some of your fine quality iron plate. Let's do this. Haha, perfect. Yellow belt is fine. That'll get us to sulfur. I think it's the iron plate we needed. And I have the chemical plant. So let's get the sulfur built first. Oh god, I forgot it's water. Sulfur and water. Man. All the cut-picket convoluted nonsense crap. Would it be worth running the water line from over there as well? That would be our fuel. I suppose we could. Then we just need 2 pumps. Do that, and then this can be purged. Thank you. There we go. Regular line like that. Nope, that doesn't work at all. Dang point of that does not be the same spot. Okay, that's all flushed. Good. This would be the water line here. So the first plant goes in, first chem plant goes in here, that produces sulfur, which is water and petroleum gas. Totally forgot about that. And it's backwards. Really? You had to do that? Alright. Over here now. There. This guy come here. There, and that becomes the water. Alright, fine. Be a jerk about it. There we go. That'll connect the water and the sulfur, or the water and petroleum to produce sulfur. And then grab another chemical plant that immediately dumps the sulfur into here. Sulfuric acid needs the water as well. So you get back one tile. And we just run water around here. This guy dumps the sulfur directly. Power things there. That works. Now you need iron and sulfur and water. You've got the rest, but you just need the water. There. Why such a silly mess? I don't know. I don't know, man. That is plenty to do the job right there. And it's going to put out sulfuric acid. Now, the other thing I want to do, because that's going to pump this. It's a little awkward positioning, but whatever. Is I need to take another step back here. Put another chem plant in that's going to fuel the trains. Like that. Okay, you are going to take in the petroleum gas, which will be right here when it gets there. And then you're going to output fuel for the trains. That we'll do after. The sulfuric acid can go into a tank here. Then we'll grab it and pump it on this spot here. Oh, that'd have been better to have been backwards, but that's fine. The actual pump input should go from a tank itself, so change this. Tank should be there. Then a pump inserts into the tank vehicle there. Good. Oops. Like that. And then we just need to pump the sulfuric acid to oh, I'm out of pipes, really? That close and I'm out of pipes? Be a jerk about this game. Alright, and there. It's toying with me. Once that gets its sulfur and its water, which it has neither of, it'll run. Then this guy's going to output the belt that needs to go here. And we can have this here. That works for that one. And I can go this way. Right, we can just do a little underground plug from here to here. You need probably a fast inserter would be fine. Wouldn't mind it being quick. Then you get that put in here. And we'll run around this way. We get down to the train. The other engine. Or it'll get an inserter there as well. Like that. Cool. Oh, and you need power as well, huh? A lot of power poles. I think we just connect the water and fix up the water and the petroleum here. Then we're good. What are we doing with the blueprint thing? I'm out of pipes, that's why. I think what we'll do is run up here. Put in 2 pumps. Make sure these work. There we go. I forgot. We always need water and petroleum gas like this. Please, may I have the trees out of the way? Thank you very much. Oh, yes. I love how they rush through and just obliterate the tree lines. Where can we grab the water that's not going to be annoying? Well, nowhere. Nowhere's the answer to that. Good. I'm getting deliveries. Yay. Okay, we've got basically everything. This should go online right away. It is indeed. It's already fueling the solid fuel to the train, and the sulfuric acid should be pumping soon. Is the water not connected? It's not. Why? Oh, because the blueprint, because we don't have all those things delivered. Okay. Run down the line with our bots and they'll finish off this work. Whatever can't be reached. Looks like they can keep up with us now. That's a huge improvement. Bots can now fly as fast as me. I don't tend to fly, but you know what I mean. Okay. You're running. You're running. Sulfuric acid is being delivered. Excellent. It's going into the truck, into the tank as well. You don't produce very much very fast, but I don't think we're going to need very much very fast. Yeah. Is one machine enough? I mean, we need... Oh no, it's actually the sulfur is the delay? Really? Oh. I didn't think that was the case. 2 sulfur in 1 second, and this thing needs 5 sulfur per second. Okay, well... that's gonna be slower then. Not that big of a deal though, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we need to redesign anything there. We just simply get them to just get them to spend time doing it. Oh, doesn't matter. They'll have enough in between the runs. There's already 1,000 sulfuric acid here, which is great. Now, the uranium has to be offloaded here, so... are we going to... oh man, I'm going short. Oh, there you go. Are we going to move it somewhere? Well, probably, but I don't know how. Or when. Or where. To be honest. None of those things. Cannot confirm any of those statements. Questions. That's the offload here. Good. Alright, let's get this guy started. See if he'll run his circuit. We're at the main drop. So you have a 60-second timer. And that will cue when the sulfuric acid is full. We're going to go ahead to your next stop. It'll go 60 seconds or when the queue is full. Alright. They're not super fast trains, but especially not with 5 cars in the loop. Now you should come in here and take very little time to load up. I can pause your manual. Yeah, manual you down. Let's get this stuff connected. Oops, not work. That's already burnt out. Couple more of those guys in. Pull over here. Now you're all running? Good. Something weird happened there. A couple extra power poles, or an extra power pole. You're ready. Good. And it's full. So it would, yeah, the inactivity trigger condition is going to fire first. Good stuff. Not a long drive for this, but that's totally fine. Now, pause you again because your inactivity is running instantly. I will hop out here. This can't be placed, it's on the water. That's fine. Power this stuff up and get it running next. Here. Great. Thought I heard some bad guys over there, but hopefully not. Now you are not going to reach from there, but if I go here, that'll work. I think we can run these things straight down the line, like that they'll link to each other. Through each other, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. They'll actually flow through each other, I think. Alright, something like that. You don't have the sulfuric acid running out yet. So if we do that right there, drop a power line here, here, and here. The drills are online. There it is. We've got uranium science available. We now get to do... Oh, we can get science. The other science. Where is... There it is. Nuclear power as our next research. It's only 800 blues, greens, and reds. Okay. So now we should start boxing sulfuric acid. Or I mean, uranium, of course. Why are these guys offline? Oh, no, you're of course you're offline. There you go. You didn't have your fuel. So yeah, it looks like they can run the sulfuric acid all the way down. It just matches whatever ratio is in here. Okay. Fences are all activated. You go ahead to the next. Next run in the queue. Apparently it is, oh, the wiggle in the trains. That's great. Apparently it is a double train stream. Last one and this one. Get to play with trains. Paxton is very jealous. I can tell. He's very excited to hear that we had it. Okay, so that's not bad. In that amount of time that we were gone, it already put another 4,000 or so sulfuric acid. So we'll definitely produce enough to keep up. Empty out the copper. Now this is interesting. I think we'll let them change this timer like we did last time, drop these down to like 30 seconds. Plenty of time to activate everything it needs to. The default is 30 seconds, so it's no surprise that that kind of does enough work with the standard station. And it is only literally like one side. I could do inserters and plates on both sides and dump a ton more stuff, but we'll watch. This thing will fill up real quick. 2K is the capacity of those cars, and it'll be filled up and inactive before the 30 seconds finishes, I'm sure. Yeah, it's already using the inactive condition. There we go. Off to the uranium pickups. Beautiful. And there it is. Should empty this tanker out pretty quick. Still sitting with 3K in here, even after the trip there and back. This one is going slow enough, and it will use its full 30 seconds to load, because there's no backup. It's literally just like everything's right here. We get 1,500 uranium ore already, and it's off. There we have it. Okay. A functional space to work. Now, this over here is absolutely terrifying, because this is going to cause us a lot of grief tomorrow, or whenever we, not tomorrow, but next time we stream, this is going to cause us a lot of grief. We're going to have to go pretty aggressive on them. We got an expansion here, and here needs to be cleaned up as well. And over here. And down here. Means the copper's going to get hit. Yeah, it's already been hit. Darn good thing we built that thing. Yeah, as long as, well, these are just old bullet machines, which is not good. But up here hasn't been hit recently, but I feel like it should. Should have been hit by now. We shall see, though. Oh, train's running me around again. Lovely. Well, that's where we're going to leave things for today. We got our yellow and our purple science going properly at about a half pace. We got more stone. Pardon me, more stone and oil from last time. And we got the stone stuff connected. We got the blue science, or blue circuits being produced. We're researching our nuclear power now. We've got uranium starting to stockpile, so it'll have to start to be smelted soon. Centrifuged, I suppose. And we got a big supply of copper that should be more than enough to keep the base fed for quite a while. At least the circuit work that we've got currently going. Now, next time, again, what target is going to be knocking off the base to the west, because that is going to become a serious hazard once they get their first one or two big attack groups running, because they'll totally wipe through that base if they get a good solid swarm at us. So with that, we're gonna leave it for today. Thanks everybody again for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the series so far, and there'll be more to come. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. See you in game.